How many times I got to let you know? The things you do to me, I cannot let you go. How many times I got to let you know? The way you do me, girl, I cannot let you go. Honey, girl, you are killing me, sweetie mo, girl, you are killing me, How many times I need to let you know? The things you do, I cannot let you go. Baby, how many times I got to let you know?
Hello viewer, welcome to another episode of Trade. This is your favorite program that we bring to you people in business, people that engage in business. We talk about business. The program today would bring to you a young entrepreneur, a young farmer. Since the inception of this administration, the crusade on economic diversification has become order of the day, from the federal government to local government, to make Nigeria #1 economic destination in Africa. The journey so far has yielded tremendous success, especially in the area of agriculture, trade, etc. Here at home, Taraba State young farmers are determined to contribute their quota in growing the economy of the country. Some have engaged in farming activities.
1 kg of flesh, but for clarias, it has a conversion ratio of ratio 1 to 1. That means when clarias eat 1 kg of feed, that means when clarias is going to get 1 kg in 5 months, tilapia will get 1 kg in 10 months. So the different ratio is 1. That's ratio 1 and 1 ratio 2. That's the difference. On the phone. Yes. The one on this here. Different. They are the same family, but you can see that there's a difference. Like this is a hybrid and this is a local breed. So these ones are male. I'm going to inject the female and now female. Yeah. So maybe I will practicalize it so that you just see it.
But when they start with it, they have something to live on.
Very simple now, very easy to teach children that primary 3 and primary 4. Instead of not a hatch, it's just in a session, you can hatch it as somebody you can manage. So it's not compulsory that the practical aspect people must go to the field. So people can learn it and it's very important. The session is very simple. This is the main. Let me get the weight of the fish. You don't be weight of the fish. So the weight according to the weight of the fish. If the fish is 2 kg, the weight is 0.5 to 0.5 multiplied by 2 kg. So what it will give you is weight. That's what you will get. 2.4 kg. So 2.4 multiplied by 3.4 multiplied by 0.5. Calculator. Then I will need those. What is it? 1, 2, 3. That means this should be here. Let's reduce it. Here. So you can see it's 1.2.
Okay. Yes.
1, 1, 2, 3. That's reduced. 4,
For the female.
Yes. It's a little bit more calm, so that it won't agitate much. You cannot see now, so it won't, so that the injection will not injure it. So it will be easier for me to inject now. So when we are injecting the brain, because the pituitary gland is at the brain, we are trying to stimulate. So you just put your injection, insert it halfway, then insert it completely, then you inject the hormone gradually. Gradually. It's going directly to the direction of the brain. Then you move your syringe, then you massage it for 8 hours. After 8 hours, you can come and collect the eggs. I can do it
Again, with this particular. So how many eggs do you expect to get from here? Katuba. You do the formulation yourself from the advisory service training you got.
So from the cost it starts out with 400.
And you started from 850. Yes.
From the profit, I was able to start something.
Okay, is that?
This one is a dead seedling set.
Okay.
I have up to 10,000 seedlings on the ground now. Look at the sample count list there.
Okay, where did you get the seed?
From my factory. So you see it's down. It's already dropping 24 hours. So it will be watering my nozzle, my palm nozzle. Already others will be in place for February to put in local government.
Oh, you transport it from here to Kumi?
So from here, every of the cities, every city, 500, everyone. When I put them in that leader like that, it's for 500.
Is it the first batch?
These ones are the first batch.
And the other ones you got?
These ones are the first that I tried.
Okay.
I did a kind of, let me try
Trial.
whether it's going to work.
And the viability was good.
It was very good.
Among all the ones that you planted, or how many, I mean, all of them germinated?
Yes, some of them germinated. Only 2 of them just had little.
I know it's good. The percent, if you can have 98, it's good.
My price of it is highly reduced because I also include blood milk. You have Mayanka close to us here.
Okay.
So from that Mayanka we go obtain blood, then I prepare blood milk. It's very rich in protein.
Yeah.
So it helps them gain extra weight. Instead of going to buy a bag of feed at 4,200. So that blood milk is going to reduce the burden of feed, because I noticed that in the production it is the feed that's always expensive.
Yes.
Some of the drugs are just 300, vaccination is just 1,000. So it's the feed that we spend up to 300,000. So from the work I'm working on, I've been able to cut down the expenses of my feed to up to 70%.
Okay, actually in the beginning, what did you study in the school?
Yeah, I studied fisheries in the University of Maiduguri.
Now from poultry, you diversified to fishery, and now you have diversified again to nursery.
Yes, ma'am. A little small missile.
You've tried.
There is a little, there's tomato.
No, you've tried. How many months now that from the time we supported you, how many months?
4 months, 2 weeks.
And if you said, now this is the 3rd batch for the poultry, as from what you are telling us now.
Yes.
So now, when did you stock this one, and when do you expect to dispose it?
I stocked this one. The customers came and packed they packed last week Monday. So I stocked them on Monday. They were 4 weeks old. So in the next 4 weeks to 5 weeks, according to their conversion ratio. You will come and still pack them again and I will stock again.
Beautiful. No, you've tried.
That's very, very okay.
Yeah. Now for the 50, did you like calculate the expenses? Supposing you were hiring somebody from outside to take care of it, did you like calculate what? Now, because why I'm asking this, if somebody should come, we should send him to you, you should be able to tell that person, this is what you should imagine that you spend from the procuring of the chicks to the time you sell. Can you did you calculate the expenses involved in feeding, labor and everything?
Okay. Yes, I have my file book record.
That's why I was asking.
So what I'm doing now, I did hatching. I supplied a farm in Luma.
So you do hatchery here?
Yes, I hatch here. In fact, I will do an injection here and remove the semen of the fish in your presence. Maybe to serve for your reference purpose. I have already kept everything so that when you come, you do practical just in 5 minutes and you see. So what I'm doing now is, this is our local indigenous species here in Taraba. We have hybrids from Bamanga people's farm. And this is so they bring them from Israel. So I'm trying to run a research of crossbreeding Taraba species with Israeli species, so that we can see the product, how fecund they can be, the level of their growth, and their stability, their survival rate, and everything. So we're trying to cross our local species here in Taraba and then with the hybrid species.
Okay, that one you have not done yet. From
our natural water bodies in Taraba State. So
they have different sizes.
Yes, different sizes. I'm trying to raise them. In the next 6 months, they will be due for hatching. I'm treating them with vitamins and injections, hormones. All of them are there. You can see over there. They'll be ready for table size in 3 months' time. They will be 1 kg.
In other words, it takes fish longer time to get now, compared to poultry.
Yes.
So which one gives you more profit?
The poultry profitability, because it's just in a few weeks I turn over my money and I get my profit. The profitability helps me to run the fishery and the other, but the margin of the profitability of fishery is unimaginable, because it's in thousands of naira. Because by the time you have maybe 20 or 30,000 fingerlings at 25 naira each, it's taken to almost a million naira. So your profit margin will be higher, 600, 700 naira. So the profit is very much, but it needs time and patience. It's a little bit very strenuous, because when I hatch, I have to wake up in the middle of the night to feed them by, like the timetable is there, feeding table, the programs. At the time you change, you don't disinfect. In the middle of the night, you wake up by 2 a.m., you feed them like little babies that take weeks in the night.
So actually, what, I mean, yes, how old is this particular hatch?
Okay, this hatch.
And how many batches have this had?
So this is the first batch.
The one you supplied me now?
Yes, just the first batch.
And how old was it when you supplied?
I supplied them because he's also a professional, so he picked them when they were 16 days. And he's also a specialist, fried one, so he has the expertise. But for people that are not very expert, we always allow it to reach the fingerlings level, so that we want to manage it. But at that level, there is what we call aqua flash.
Okay.
You can use aqua flash to give them more endurance, so that it boosts their immunity. So you can transport them at that particular fragile stage. So, but for people that are learning, we always advise that they should buy jumbo or juvenile.
So this one?
2 weeks, 7 days.
16 days. in the second batch of the fish, because you said this is 5 weeks. Huh?
Yeah.
So is it after selling the second batch of the poultry that you brought up this from the profit that you saved?
Oh, part of the profit from the poultry were used to purchase all these white stacks, and the other ones outside for the hatching. So once I sell, then I supply maybe 1 or 2 tanks. So the first one I supplied, I was not having enough cash, so I just bought only one white tank.
Yeah.
And then the nursery section.
Do you have to have ordered it from somewhere again, because we try to support others, and in fact we bring them here for sightseeing. In the university, what do you call it? Excursion. We bring them here so that they will learn from you and how you endured, what you were able to use the 100,000 for. Can you imagine? And a lot of attention will be brought to you now to train more youths, so that in fact we'll source for youths who want to go into this, to see how far you have gone. You train them, and then we support them the more. Honestly, if this one we had come here before the FADAMA guys, it would have been a good opportunity for them to have learned. But again, we still communicate it to the national office, so that those who will be supported on fishery should come. In fact, on any enterprise, so that they will now know that from one you can diversify. Now from poultry, you are able to diversify to this, and you are utilizing the water from the pond to water the nursery plantation. Is for what the nursery is for palm oil. More than a success story. So honestly, we are proud and to see this concentration. And the other is not only saying, I want to grow fish, I want to be rare, to go in for poultry. No, but the determination to keep it, sustainability is something. Now that you are doing it yourself and you are getting interested, and you sustain it. And we are happy that from what you were supported, you were able to employ, and that's another job opportunity. You've employed and you've trained children from primary school. That is encouraging, because that's what the governor and the president and the bank are all encouraging. That even if you are passing through primary school, have something to it. When you come out of the primary school, how will you sustain yourself? Then go to secondary school, how will you sustain yourself? Then from the university level, how will you sustain yourself? Not only going for white collar jobs. This one pays you more than the person earning a degree holder like yourself in the office. How much will he earn? You understand? So all these things, in fact, we are really very proud, and you have made us proud too, at least. So we will try to sell you out too, so that others will come and learn from you and emulate you as well, and the sky will be your limit. And they also will be proud that we also are very, very proud, because those people who are sending here to come and learn all these things from you, will support them. Like that, the whole world now, youths have their own way, not only waiting for white collar jobs. So we are really very proud, honestly. So thank you very much.
They have not just rest with the entrepreneurs, but also on government and non-governmental organizations for support to engage youth in the activities of farming by giving them a token as grant to start something for themselves.
In fact, it's beyond explanation. In fact, I am really very, very, very happy and satisfied with what I saw, because just 100,000, the 100,000 we gave them, he was able to bring up what we saw. In fact, I am really very, very impressed. That will encourage us to assist plenty of youths outside there. plenty of graduates outside there that have no work to do, no job. So this is like he is self-employed and is employing others. So it's a kudos to him. In fact, and we are proud of the project too. We are really proud of him to have maintained what was given to him to this stage. So that tells us that we have a lot of youths outside there that are ready to start something. Just because they don't have the capital, they can't start it. So capital is very key, and that was what we did.
Okay, what are the criteria for someone to get that grant? At least they could start something.
Yeah, what happened was, let me just start from where we started to assist them. Normally the government gives counterpart funds to the project. We now saw it fit. We said, okay, now we have a lot of graduates outside there, and the FADAMA 3AF is all about rice production, and not all the youths will prefer to go into rice production. So it is like preparing a business plan for rice production, and then the project will support. And after forming a group of, let's say, 10 or 15 members, then they will support you 1 hectare per person. So we now sat in the office and said, okay, now not all the youths are willing to join. And even if they come, they don't have the zeal to go on farming. Maybe there are others that are into agri-related enterprise that are interested to come up with any of the enterprises. So can't we like ask youths to register? So this one was no registration online. So we went out to some of our stakeholders and said, okay, can you give us real youths? We are not talking of those who are coming from a rich family. We are talking of those who cannot even raise 10,000. So these are the kind of youths we are talking about. So now our stakeholders now gave us names. In fact, they gave us names, and we went to the market even to look for women that are into, let's say, rice production, rice processing, to see what they are doing. All these ones, we brought them in. So we really went out to see those who were not up to, now when they give us the names, we now screened again to see that those people we want to support to start this kind of business with are those that really do not have anything to sustain themselves. So from there, we now gave them advisory service and capacity building training on various enterprises, agri-based. So from there, they were able to go in for a particular enterprise they would like to go in for. So after that, we called them back because we gave them the training for 2 weeks, and then later gave them for 2 days. So, and from there we were able to know, now you've gotten the training for 2 weeks, now for 2 days, tell us the kind of enterprise you want to go in for specifically. That was how you see Isaac came up with poultry, and we supported him. And we gave him the check, each person the check. So we were happy when he came to say, we have to come and see him.
So are you satisfied with everything?
In fact, extremely 100%. In fact, if this 100%, 100% plus satisfaction, we want it that way. I should say it that way. And precisely to see that he has diversified. So, because when we were giving them the training, we said we don't just limit the advisory service and capacity building training to one enterprise, to various enterprises, in case you want to diversify into another. And see, that's the practical here. And the Bank of Industry, I really want to appreciate them to have given him that support, because what we gave him cannot give him what he has for the course he studied, fishery.
Yes.
So, but from here he was able to start the fishery, and now the Bank of Industry came and assessed what he had and was able to support him. So we are really very grateful to start like that, so that they will get the bigger one where they can get. Our own was a grant, not a loan.
Now, giving out grants, how much success were you able to make?
Is it, generally?
Generally.
No, generally, honestly, we are really very, 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 very happy from, let's say, from rice production, and from now we are about to support 2,000 youths. 2,000. What we started with was 53. 53, then we had 25 women, and then the rest were male youths and women. So now the next one that we wish to go in for is 2,000, and the national office has come in to support. So their own will be bigger than his. But again, what I have seen here, I pray that those ones will do better than this. But again, his own, he was able to utilize it even with 100,000. No, it's something you should be mad of.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Honestly, I'm very, very happy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, well done. Never know for them to message you, invite them. So that we actually.
One-third the body weight of this fish. And in each 1 gram of egg, you have 30 to 35 eggs. So when we are assuming that this is 2.6 kg, 1/3 of it is around 0.8 to 0.9 kg. Let's assume 0.8 kg. So 0.8 kg in grams is 800 grams. That means we have like 800 grams of eggs. And each gram of egg have 30 to 35 eggs. So 35 multiplied by 800, that's the number of eggs we are expecting from it. And the mortality rate at this stage is 92%. The survival rate is 92% after hatching from this particular stage to frying level. From that stage into fingering level, and to the next 4 weeks, the survival rate is 90%. So you'll be expecting more than 90% survival rate.
So now if you get the egg, will you put the egg?
Okay, the net, the hatching net. Here I strip and collect the egg. I will set the hatching net, and then there will be a flow through. Water is coming into the system and going out. So I will then lay the eggs on the net. This is an example of the hatching net. Once it will just swing down. Once they haven't hatched, later you just pick up the net.
So you mean if we come here like this?
By tomorrow, when you come by this time tomorrow, you will need them swimming.
Let me give you the grace to fry it.
Okay, ma'am. So, the essential, this is the meter net. It's a male fish because of this elongation. If it's a female, you see it round, reddish in color. And with little stripping, you see the sign of eggs coming out. So this one is a male. So what we'll do is we are going to dissect the male so that we can collect the sperm from the male. So a little dissection like this. I'll have access to hold it very well. So right inside here now is the sperm. So this is the sperm. Cotton wool. Cotton wool. That's it. That's used for fertilizing the egg.
The egg.
So you reserve it in a very and you clean the blood stains. So normally it's always 2. This is the other one. So clean the blood stain and then we preserve it in cotton wool for the next 8 hours.
Okay. Also you said you leave it for 8 hours. Then what will you do with it? Now, will you now collect the sperm and put, what will happen next?
What will happen next is a saline drip. So I will use this saline water. Yeah, we have them there. Look at the container. Yeah.
Put the
The sperm and the saline. I'll come and spray them on net, then the water will start flowing. So after 24 hours, we are finished hatching.
Very interesting.
So sack.
Yes, yes.
So they will survive in the yolk sack for 3 days. After the third day, they will come up to the water, urging to eat. That's when you begin to feed them. There's a sample there. Let me have the feed.
Do you formulate this feed?
It's a foreign feed. The machines are very expensive. You just stay it on the water.
The one here, where?
Each fingerling is 25 naira.
Okay, fingerling.
Each fingerling is
Do you
25.
raise them to juvenile level
Yes.
before selling?
Yes.
And that one will cost how much?
Juvenile is 40 naira.
Okay. And
There's
how many
jumbo
days?
size.
How many days from the day of hatchery to the day of sale of the
Okay.
juvenile?
Okay, depending on the size that the customer wants. For fingerlings can stay for juvenile. Juvenile can stay from that 8 weeks to 12 weeks. And for jumbo size from. So it's always depending on the species you cross. Because sometimes people cross local species to local species. That's why
Some
we use
jumbo are ready for table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All I need is one look.